There's also a factor we could say, there's an idea that we can kind of retrain our brains. I know a lot of people who suffer from extreme anxiety will often on the way to the wedding in the car say, I can do this, I'm going to do a really good job today, I'm going to come up with some brilliant images that really please my couple. And it's not just thinking, it's speaking it out. Speaking out positive, edifying, helpful thoughts and helpful, crucially, words. Keep saying those things out loud. There is some evidence that it can retrain your brain and make you a little bit more confident. And then when it happens, basically your brain extrapolates going, you know what? We thought that would happen and it did happen. So it gives us a little bit more confidence. And in the same way, really monitor your self-doubt internally. So when you find yourself thinking, oh God, I'm going to screw up. Oh God, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, this is really terrible. What if it rains so badly and I can't get my flashes to work? What if one of the guests is really rude to me? What do I do? Start to challenge when you're being unself-confident. So if I think, oh, I'm nowhere near as good as my buddy Aga. Let's say I'm nowhere near as good as Aga. Then rather than feel defeated about that, I go, you know what? I am good though. I'm as good as I need to be. My clients love my work and they booked me, crucially, because they wanted my vision. So why on earth would I compare myself to anyone else? So I think to question, to challenge yourself, to challenge the little demons inside of you and to keep going anyway. And also I have this thing, anyone who knows me, I spout this off a lot. Confidence is a feeling. And if we wait to feel it, we probably never will, because it's based on so many different factors. And crucially, as I said before, it's based on the opinions of others and what they tell us. It's kind of empty. So why don't we choose it? Choose to be confident, choose to decide, not fake it till you make it, not based on nothing. But if I've shot 300 weddings and 300 or even 298 weddings have gone really well, then I can base that confidence on data. I can extrapolate from existing data that logistically and that practically statistically I have performed well at a number of weddings and given these people images they really enjoy and that I am pleased with. Why would I assume it's not going to happen this time? Why would I assume today is any different, that this Saturday in June is going to be any different from any other day? It's not. I've got this. I've learned the knowledge, I've paid my dues, I've struggled with a lot of venues to get to these really good venues. So I've laid the groundwork here. I can pretty much, one of the reasons I think as experienced photographers, and I've been doing this about 9 years, one of the reasons I can properly sell myself to couples is that I can manage anything you throw at me. You give me a crappy day, I can make your pictures beautiful. You give me a bunch of people who don't like having their photo taken, a couple who just, shrink into themselves. I can manage that because I've managed it before. And there's nothing new here. The only things that's new are the stories and the people on the day. The process of how we take photos and how we manage ourselves is not new. So we can do it. Just choose to accept that. Choose confidence. Choose to believe in what everyone else believes of us. Because wherever you are, whatever stage in your career you are, there are people who look at your work and say, I want to be that one day. Choose to listen to that idea rather than the idea that I'm not the person I want to be, or haven't got 350 Fearless Awards. Because, your bride doesn't care whether you've got 350 Fearless Awards. Your bride cares that you're going to turn up at their barn on your wedding day and do a really beautiful job and have fun with them and be someone they wanted around on that day. There's so much that goes into the service we provide, and actually, those little judgments that we make of ourselves and we worry that other people make of us, you actually aren't that valid most of the time. So yeah, I think based on that experience and that extrapolation and that data, we can choose it. And that's not an easy thing. It's not like I suddenly go, wow, I woke up in 1996 and decided I was going to be a confident human being. It's something that's a work in progress. I have to challenge my negative thoughts and I have to say to myself, there's no good reason why you can't do this. There's no good reason why this won't go well. Choose it, act on it, do it. And keep saying it to yourself every time you doubt yourself. This doesn't make you an egotist. I think as women we are conditioned to be self-depreciating, and it doesn't do us any favours. We don't have to be, massively full of ourselves, but a quiet confidence is a really good thing. I don't have wedding nerves anymore. Occasionally if I've got like a wedding where I have to get to 16 different places and take 2 Ubers and a bus or something like that, I can feel some level of anxiety about that. that needs to be managed. But I don't ever doubt that I can do my job. All I have to do is make pictures like I have on my website. Make pictures that, you know, the couples who booked me fell in love with. I just have to do that again, and I can already do that. The proof is in my Instagram feed. The proof is on my website. I can do that. I just need to be able to perform. And, you know, and we all know this, especially I think as someone put in Shoots Like a Girl on my Facebook group the other day, that that there are two types of people. The people who are really looking forward to their new weddings, and the people who are super anxious about the new season starting because they worry they've forgotten everything they ever knew. The thing is, we all have those kinds of, we know there are rational feelings, but we also know deep down that the minute we pick up the camera, the minute we walk into bridal prep, we say hello and we start to make pictures, that confidence returns. It may dip at certain points in the day when you think, oh, have I performed appropriately? Have I got enough of this? Have I got enough of that? But, you know, again, we're making value judgments based on what we know we've taken. Our couples don't know what we've taken. They don't see that exposure we cocked up. They don't see the bit when the camera focused on the wrong part. They don't see, you know, what we perceive to be our failures. They see our successes. So there's absolutely no reason for us to see them as failures. They are part of the journey. They are a process. So yeah, think it, speak it, choose it. Choose to be confident. Hey, 2 dogs, super. Choose to be confident. Choose to be, you know, to have faith in your own images, and allow your clients to have faith in you as well, because that's really key. If we don't have faith in ourselves, how can we sell ourselves as practitioners? So yeah, I'm going to finish there. I'm kind of, I've got a few plans bubbling away. I was so inspired by Marianne's compliments, but I've got a few kind of, I know, yeah, I know, I love you too. Oh, breath. Is it mine? Yeah, it might be my cheese breath or a bounding off the dog. Yeah, I've got a few kind of ideas percolating away in my mind. What are you doing? So I will update you on those. Those of you who are photographers and are not in my Shoots Like a Girl group, please do join. Obviously it's for the women's, not the men's, because it's not because I have, you know, I feel like I have to explain these to some of my male photographer buddies sometimes. I don't think women-only groups should exist, really. I think we should be able to have groups that are mixed and that are brilliant. But far too often our experience is that they aren't. So until we get to a point where that happens, these kind of groups have to exist. And Shoots Like a Girl is about 850 members strong, I think. And we're there to, it was started by myself and some other very experienced photographers who wanted to help younger female photographers rise up, basically, to pull women up, to, you know, make sure that ladder is lowered, and to give the support network that actually I got through just sheer chance. I got an amazing support network of men and women, but primarily one group of women who absolutely changed the way I lived and changed the way I worked, and I want to kind of offer that to other people. So that's the point of it. So if you fancy joining us, please do. If you're a dude, feel free to set up Shoots Like a Man. Go with it, absolutely, because there are unique ways of working and unique things that impact us as women, or you guys as men, that actually can't necessarily be, don't sniff the tripod, dude, no, that will alter our experience. So that's probably wobbling like hell now. Okay, so I've talked for way too long. If you have any questions, please do either drop them in the comments, which no you can't, because I've disabled the comments because YouTube, oh no, I haven't disabled comments. I decided to let YouTube run free. So feel free to comment and debate with me on any of this, or drop me a message via Instagram or any one of the channels that I massively waste my time on day in and day out. In the meantime, from Esk, Radar and the tiny tap 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 of claws, happy Valentine's Day, and I'll see you soon.